Hey, welcome back. This here is the little plug of the day, or for the way, I should say. But don't forget, you can save 15% off at Link. That's LINQ. And yes, you do have a link code, which is, by the way, at checkout. And definitely, this is one thing that'll help you creators and businessmen and women of all just plug and connect the things that is right for you. Link has they have badges, they have stretch rubber bands, they have little tags that you can put on the back of your phone or wherever whatever you travel with, and they also have like actual digital business cards as well. So definitely by any means necessary, you got to get you a link, and hopefully it could definitely help plug the things that you need to plug. You know what I mean? So again, that's by the way at checkout, and save your 15%. Now, for those that would like to support the show, donate. It is more than appreciated, and I am so gracious for that you have no idea. If you would like to do so, you can definitely donate via PayPal at Wickush. That's WICKUSH. Again, if you would like to donate, support the show, we here, by the way, appreciate you. Real talk, real talk. And you can definitely do so via PayPal at Wickush, WICKUSH. Thank you. Let's get back to the show. The reason I say I'm getting used to this is because right before here, well, after my first podcast, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little scared, and I'll tell you why I was scared. I was scared not because of how the podcast did, because I knew the podcast did well. I don't have any, I don't have doubts in myself. I can be me, but the thing is, consistently, can you be you consistently? Now I could be me consistently, yes, of course. But what I mean is like holding frequencies, holding certain things of, you know, just even emotions, and I didn't really know what y'all were gonna get today or what I was gonna be today, but today was a good day. So, oh, another thing. So I just want to let everybody know I do want to do a podcast every 3 days. I'm just gonna do it, and shit. If y'all grow with me, you grow with me, and if you don't, you don't. But hey, I think at the end of the day, I'm just being me, you know. So what more can you ask for? Um, I do want to say something. So it's so funny. A lot has been on my mind. Um, when I'm living, but when I meditate, when I relax, when I'm comfortable, my mind is still, my mind is quiet. So I will allow that to be. Now, I guess that's weird in a podcast. Um, how do you be quiet, be still, let it be? It's not be quiet, I should say. Um, I think it's okay to enjoy the comfort of where you are intangibly. And I think I come from so much pressure, so much discomfort, so much pain, but so much different type of pain. Like I'm not a simple person, so I need deeper things. And I guess to not sound, I guess, watery or cliche when I say that, I mean, I like reciprocated. Um, but then again, at the same time, you only get celebrated. You can only get celebrated. You don't choose that. You don't control that. I think that goes into the whole notion of God. Like, when you make something, you don't make it love you, because if it loves you because you made it to, then you can't be happy at night because it's there loving you. You're looking in its eyes and it's living a delusion because it has no choice to love you.
to choose and see you for who you are, and then choose if it wants to love that or not. You know, so hey, it is what it is. At the end of the day. But yeah, I know you're like, what was that? Yeah, it's just me and my mind. But no, I think there's a lot of things to discuss. And I also think there's nothing to discuss at the same time. And if I can ever be the first podcaster, or yeah, I guess I'm a podcaster. Am I a podcast? Well, I guess time will tell. But if I could be the first pod to have a pod about nothing, that reminds me of Wale. Shout out to Wale. And actually, I'm gonna stay on that thought about Wale. I want to get my thoughts on Wale. I know it seems like I'm going around, but you listening, so fuck it. I always liked that Wale. I still do like Wale. To be honest, Wale, in my opinion, has a resurgence. I've listened to, like, when it comes to artists, when it comes to how I read and how I listen to music, I listen to tonality, I listen to energy, I listen to subject matter, I listen to what words you use and what words you don't use at other times. Like, I look at what direction you grow in. I feel it. I can only see it through my music. So, like, I mean, through my ears and my third eye, I guess, is how we watch music or listen to it. Damn, I guess I watch music through my third eye. Because when I listen to music, I see people and I see things. And I guess I never really noticed that. And then those make me go down so many different thought patterns, like a tree branch, that even I'm unnoticeable that I'm even going down that path. Which I guess we all do that. Music has that ability. Subconscious levels and conscious levels. But what the fuck is really conscious? How aware, how alert, how in control of your own body are you? Like, for example, when you walk, does your arm swing? Like, for example, I take it a little deeper. The way you operate your body, are you efficient with your energy? Like, based off how you walk. Do you walk with a lean or unnecessary this or that? I'm not saying you can't walk the way you want to fucking walk. You can skip forever. I care. But what I'm saying is just that, like, I don't know what I'm saying. But anyway, I like Wale. I don't know why people don't respect him, but I will say this though. I respect him. And I will also say this to Wale or to any other black man in America or just in the world. If you look around as a black man, you'll realize that there aren't any strong black men. And if you look at the last black man with strength and power, I'm gonna give you all 10, 15 seconds before I say what it is to say the name. And then I'm gonna actually talk about the person. Now, I actually didn't know I was about to talk about this person, so this actually just brought a topic. But I guess this shows how powerful this person's energy is. Even in death, it has the ability to break through my remembrance field. So I'm talking about it. Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey. Love, power, strength. Free mind. Real mind. Free thought. Creative thought. Original spirit. Kush burner. Love over words. That's my nigga Nip. I never met Nip. I'm not even gonna. Yeah, I felt it. But look, I never met Nip. And to be honest, I'm not even gonna give my personal music thing on Nip in that way because it would be completely unfair. I've been listening to Nip since I was like 15, 16. And one thing about Nip is Nip said something. Nip said a lot of things over the years that has stayed with me. But I'm going to say this. Um, all money in, no money out. I use that in ways that there was no money, and that concept still helped me. All energy in, no energy out. You know, all attention in, no attention out. All work in, no work out. All workout, no work. Well, you get what I'm saying? Because I do workout. Love it, by the way. Oh, and by the way, if you hopefully I could talk about that another time. But I hope you are staying physically fit. I hope you are loving yourself, loving your body. I hope you are giving yourself a chance to be better, to do more, to keep yourself safe, to keep the things that you love safe. I hope that you're doing things in a loving fashion, in a positive way. And I hope that you are allowing yourself to transform properly without withholding and putting up your own self blockades. And, 15, 20 minutes of stretching, 3-5 sit-ups, little yoga poses, some planks for about 30 seconds, a couple push-ups, being quiet, turning off everything for just a couple minutes to slow everything down, and coming up with decisions and coming up with thoughts and coming up with ideas from you, not from something else or something that you read, but more so something that you came up with, that you accumulated from your understanding of what said is, because that's when you really get to the like what do you understand about what you think, so it's so funny and ironic because the essence of what I am now is all about being absorbent to knowledge. Because in Chicago, I'm gonna take it back. I don't know what universe this is. I think it's called the Milky Way, but fuck that. I'm gonna call this BAC universe. Then I'm gonna say planet Earth. Then I'm gonna say the United States of America, or North America, or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna say Illinois. Then I'm gonna say Chicago. Now, no, I do not. As you hear me say what I say, I'm explaining myself as I talk, and there's a reason why. Not to explain myself to people. I'm explaining myself to myself because I do understand. So I guess I am explaining myself to people. But there's no co-host here, and by the way, I run this bitch, so I'll like detail what I need to detail. But basically, what I'm saying is, I say what I said not to be in light of being having hatred. It's just that there's a lot of shame in what is. There's a lot of places named, a lot of things that there's a lot of people placed in a lot of places that wouldn't be if it wasn't for other times. Like when we really think about true alignment, not just your spirit and your chakras, this whole earth where people belong, where people hearts go, where people language come from. In Chicago, on the south side of Chicago, with dark melanated skin, I reside. And I'm there. Right? Okay. So as I'm there, I've been there for 30 solar cycles, and we talked about that last time. I'm glad you get me. So, in this 30 years, I realized that after graduating high school, I went into working. I realized nobody talked about anything. Nobody knew anything. And as myself, with not worrying about everybody else, I myself didn't know anything. But I knew I was intelligent enough to understand that whatever everybody else is saying didn't make sense in various aspects, or how we even lived or viewed things from so many different aspects. Look at roaches and rats, right? We look at roaches and rats as scum of the earth, dirty, they carry germs, this and that, blah, 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 right? Okay. Have you ever looked at life and existence and looked like, oh shit, roaches and rats really want to live? They really want to be here. Think about everything that they go through just to live life. Now I know this may sound some crazy or something. Nah, I did smoke, but I don't think me smoking weed had anything to do with me thinking it's far out. And when I say far out, I don't mean in white people terms. I mean out of the box, just out there in the realm of nothing, where ideas are to be caught like fish, you know, in an ocean of thought, you know. But um, I'm everywhere. So maybe this podcast is gonna be called "I'm Everywhere," but being a black man in America, I realize that I don't know anything. I realize that I don't. Um, there's so much I don't know, and if I focus on me and not everybody else, I have a good conversation. So I'll say this: I don't know which trees and fruits are edible or not. I don't know my way of land outside of I guess GPS to a degree. I don't know waterways. I don't know how to follow things based off the airflow. I wish I was connected like that. I am in subtle ways for the land that I am to a degree, but not in the real realm of the planet. I don't know how to farm. I don't know how to you learn how to pay taxes. Because taxes, they either take it out of your check or you pay them at the whatever. But you learn how to pay bills. You learn how to go places at a certain time. You learn fear because you won't have those luxuries or a luxury if you don't go to these places or accumulate these things that are called resources. But really, these dollars, they're emptiness so that you can live your life in the comfort of others. But you yourself, other than your experience or the experience you give to others while you're receiving their resource, that's the only resource that you actually have is you, your spirit, your how you make things flow. Whether your resource is you walking in there giving love and kissing and hugging everybody, or going there and shooting and hitting everybody with bats. Like, you could be a danger, you could be a additive or benefit to somebody. Like, that's the resource that you are. And sometimes it's funny because some black men, some black people, or maybe just people in general, we grow up not knowing how to use magnetism, not knowing how to use true science, not understanding true elements, not understanding true minerals. And a lot of me, I don't want to get caught up or lost in using words or sounding smart. I'm not trying to sound smart. What I'm saying is that there's so much I don't know. So I hope I'm not trying to sound smart while saying I don't know shit. That there could be an ego trip, but I do want to sound like I know what I'm talking about when I'm saying I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I don't know. You get what I'm saying? You get what the fuck I'm trying to say. But yeah. But once you look at those things, and you look around, sometimes that could be scary. You can look around and you could be like, now granted, we do have a system here in places and of how said knowledge is even given or passed on, or it's not even really said knowledge, it's really just validation. We live in a paper world where everything is validated by paper. Your love is validated by paper, which is bullshit because we come from the spirit. We come from a real world. Our relationship is validated by a sperm and egg connection. That's the one thing that outlives us, or is supposed to have the mission to. But we live in such a backwards ass world that doesn't even make sense, and we validate people that don't have credentials. We validate people that don't know how to do. Sometimes there are people in this world that never did anything and do it very well when they do it. Those are very rare people. Some people that need time before they get the groove or the rhythm of things. And some people just don't get shit. And that could be driving a car, that could be sex, that could be cooking, that could be anything under the fucking sun or above it. But yeah, um, hope y'all are enjoying yourself. Two things before I take a little quick intermission, which ain't even gonna be a quick intermission. It's gonna be me talking about a fucking intermission. That's my intermission right now at this point. Me talking about an intermission is the intermission. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna do my own fucking advertisements for myself on my intermission. Hell yeah! Oh shit! Oh shit! I could create what the fuck I want just by saying it. Y'all don't understand? Do y'all get the fuck what? I think this is power. Like, I think I'm understanding something. Or I already knew it, but now I'm finally just getting into the groove of shit, you know? But then again, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just keep this. And let that be that and create that off that, whatever that is. And let this just be this. So, I will. But you know what's funny? I never put any restrictions on anything. It's so weird. I know I sound so contradicting and doubtful of self. Trust me on that. Yeah. But no, I want to get back to strong black men. First of all, there aren't any in this world. Really. There are. But let me say this. There are strong black men in this world. Yes. How I know? Because I'm one of them. Now, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying I'm the only strong black man in the world. That's not what I'm saying. Shout out to all of the black men out there. Those are my brothers. Well, I know you're not. My children will look like. What I like to say is, on this planet, a black man can only have so much power. And his power can be felt only so much to a degree. And that's one of the reasons I talked about Nipsey. You know, if to be honest, we've never seen anything like Nipsey in a very long time. No, we've never seen anything like Nipsey. Y'all niggas are sleeping on Nipsey. Like, when Nipsey got killed, I cried, and then I felt mad, and then I felt guilty. I feel guilty because I'm about to say some shit. Fuck it, man. I feel like the government killed Nipsey. I feel like that was too strange. It was too precise. It hurt too much. It came from too left field. That was a right field, and it hurt because it, like, one thing when I was looking, when you see Nipsey, there was a certain fear of power. It wasn't that he put fear in me. It was like, damn, okay, this is kind of scary because this is real power that you're showing. If Nip is really Nip, then this is really this. And Nip said, fuck what they saying, I'm saying this. So, that's my nigga, man. That's my God. That's my God. But what were we to do? What were we to do? Why am I sharing my mind? Why am I sharing my thoughts? Why am I sharing my feelings? Why am I sharing my fears? I'll tell you why. I don't even fucking know. I have nothing else other than my mind. And that's the honest to God truth. You know. Backwood getting ready. You know what that do. I'm just playing. Actually, I'm not playing. That is actually the backwood. But, yeah. I'm going to it comes to Nip, I don't want to use the repetitive 3 words. I feel like my mind and spirit is a little bit beyond that. He deserves a little bit more, you know. Even though I get upset because, you know, to say somebody deserves more, I would like to say more, but I'm stuck in English. Do you know why I'm stuck in English? I'm stuck in English because ancestors of mine were uprooted from their home, their establishment, and their vaginas, their minds, their stomachs was infiltrated and raped by a culture and a people. And it's the truth. It's the fucking truth. We don't have much. We have what was given. And we try to do what is. And we are still living in fear to a degree because we kill each other. That shows me that we are living in fear to a degree. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell y'all something about Chicago. I'm gonna tell y'all something, and I'm giving this information because I feel like there's enough information out there for you all to know a little bit about Chicago to a degree. But I'm gonna say this, just so you can get an idea to a degree. I'm gonna create the thought pattern, and you'll understand exactly what I'm saying. So here it goes. Cottage Grove, that's a street in Chicago. Cottage Grove has numbers that it goes through. Now, when you're at 53rd in Cottage Grove, the higher you go up in number, the more south you get in the city. The lower the number, the closer you get to downtown. So now you get a view about what the fuck I'm talking about. Now, in Chicago, I grew up many different places. Which is actually really crazy. So I never really got a chance to I can't really say something is my hood. I'm not even that type to even try to claim anything of that nature. I don't really have ownership of anything because even the food I eat, I have to shit it out and give it back to you all in the earth. And that's whether you want it from my hand or the toilet. So I can't keep everything. That is a concept. I understood and understand. So therefore I won't be lost in it, in ownership. You really do have to understand you don't own anything. To be honest, I don't even know who created that word. I know that sounds crazy. Fuck that question. But I'm gonna get off now. But what I'm saying is just that it's really important to understand that they killed my man. I don't like it. You know, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. You know why I'm not mad? Oh, I am mad. I take that back. I am mad. But I'm a balanced being, so I'm not out here talking about hate talk. I don't want nobody trying to flag me about no shit. I know how to meditate, work out, and evolve to be what I need to be for me and my people when I need to be it. So, with that being said, peace, love, light, meditation, prosperity. Let's work on our bodies, ladies and gentlemen. Let's evolve. You know, we have the ability to do so much, and we can't waste it. We cannot waste this. We cannot waste this. If you want to waste this, shit, that's on you. But I told you to wake the fuck up because, you know, I'm going to be honest. I don't know if I'm crazy or I'm on fantasy about it, but I do believe a lot of bad is yet to come. It's not based off how I live my life to a degree. Sometimes it is because as a black person, you got to understand how grim and dark this whole process and experience has been looking, but most people don't. Shout out to JBP. I listen to them. I don't know if it was Ish or Ice. Wait. I think it's Ice, the one with the glasses, dark skin one. That was basically saying that, you know, they thought they saw a gun. They thought you didn't live here. They thought you were in the wrong neighborhood. They thought you had a gun or whatever the fuck the case may be. And somebody said, and he said that, whenever it comes to what they think of us, it's very grim and fatal for black people. And that hit me so fucking hard, y'all. So fucking hard. But ladies and gentlemen, I just want you all to think about life a little bit more. If you're a parent, I just want to say this. Look, if you're a parent, I'm not trying to scare you, but you have something to live for, right? And I'm not a parent, but I see things apparently. But what I'm saying is that, like, in this land, you, like a lot of other people, and don't get me wrong, I hope I don't sound judgmental by saying this. I'm just saying very rare facts because I myself am under the same boat and I question and I want to do better, right? We have these feelings because we are in these grown bodies of individualism, sexuality, things of these nature, right? And we act out and we live out on these things, not truly understanding life or truly knowing anything to, in this. We wing it. And as we wing it, we don't really have sometimes I don't believe, some people do, not all, but I'm saying the average person can't really solidify a meal for their child the following day, week, month off their own merit that didn't come from a grocery store. And that is the honest to God truth. Now, I don't know how that don't scare people, but I'm going to say this. When you look at the fact that you don't know how to hunt, you don't know how to, even if you're not a hunter, you don't even know how to pick fruits and vegetables. Not only that, you don't live in a land that is abundant or resourceful in that resource. So it's like we've gone across nature in so many ways. People back in the day, nomads to a degree. They lived on the land and they moved with the land and they moved with the season and, electricity, moisture, heat, energy, livestock moved all in cohesion with one. And when it wasn't there, it would be gray. It would be desolate to a degree, maybe even dried out, cold. And that's how seasons go. Energy moves throughout the planet. We are evolved people. We've gone to overcome weather. Now, granted, most of us don't really want to stay and live in one place. If we had the opportunity, let's put it like this. Imagine a world where everybody had a dope house, dope crib. Everybody had a lot of food, a lot of fruits and vegetables. Nobody lived or called a house their home. And they all went to another home that was just random, wherever it was, wherever they were, and they just went in it. And it would be clean, and it would be the same for the last person that they left their home with, the other home they were at. And we woke up off no clock. We woke up when we woke up. But, I just think that we can do more in life. And then, what's so crazy, I'm finna flame this up, because I'm really finna get into it. What's so crazy is that in this whole world, right, everybody can have everything for free just by the flick of one switch. Meaning everybody can have lights, everybody can have Wi-Fi, everybody can have running water, everybody can have everything with the flip of a switch. But that flip of a switch and those resources are being held back by those that don't work, those that don't consume their time by doing bullshit or nothingness, while somebody is actually doing something on this planet. And that's some real shit. I just got to that right now. But that's real shit. We're wasting our life doing nothing, not even living the best life. And we die. People are out here just dying. And on top of that, people are just giving their everything to just nothing. Like, let's bring it back. People are giving their everything to nothing. All right, what is nothing? What is everything? Okay. What is everything? Everything is their life, their health, their children, their safety, their knowledge, their what they think good is, their everything, their what their religion, what everything. People have given everything to nothing. What is what the cold embodiment? Like if there could be a physical manifestation of what America is, I was going somewhere with that. I kind of lost it. But basically, you give everything to nothing. And a lot of people say, what is nothing? Okay, all right. What is nothing? Okay. Nothing. We live in a world where kids are suicidal, that wake up to a world of understanding, sadness, and pain. All right. Now, granted, some of it could be hyper, whatever, but I'm not here to invalidate anybody's feelings. I'm just saying the inexperience makes something so naive, which makes something so big, which meaning there could be a big, huge ball with a green dot, a big green dot on the end at the top. But you're so small and so close to it, you don't even see it until you step back. And then, but the whole time you thought this was just a big red ball, only red. Until you stepped away and you saw a green big circle on it. And I think that is how growing up is. You grow up so close to life until you get a chance to, like a baby. You pick up a baby, you get a baby's face. The baby, it likes you, wants to see you, but before a baby can even get a chance to even process you, the baby has to take its hands, put it on you, your face, your chest, and push away to get a good look at who the fuck you are holding it. You know, I'm sorry. I'm in spirit right now. Maybe, it's so weird. My mom always said I'd be a preacher, but church is bullshit. So I guess I'm something of, like, if people listen. But yeah. Yeah, we having a good time, man. We're having a real good time. I like to say this. I don't have any sponsors. I don't mind getting some sponsored dollars. This is what I do. But I will say this. As I grow with this, I don't live life for myself, apparently. I love people. I hope everybody knows that every hand, every foot, every thigh, every chest is not for you. It's for somebody else, whether you like it or not. It's for somebody else to love or hate you. It's for somebody to rub your chest, or it's for somebody to punch you in your chest. It's for somebody to kiss your lips, or it's for somebody to smack you in the lips. Your body is for somebody else. When we talk about purpose, a lot of purpose of today is misled and off track and unaligned. And I'll tell you why. A woman's hands were made for a man's body. A man's hands were made for a woman's body. A man's hands was also made for so many other things of usage. Vice versa for women as well. But the purpose is for the purpose. See, a man's brain vibrates like a man's brain. A woman's brain vibrates like a woman's brain. Both are vibrations. Not equal. None higher, none lesser. Both equally unequal. And it's the weirdest thing in the world that nobody truly understands. I think I kind of do. But a woman's everything was made for a man. A man's everything was made for a woman. Now, there's a lot of things that control a lot of things. I'm going to tell you this. A man's sperm can make... Fuck that. I'm going to say this. I'm going to make a guy who the most bummiest, ashiest, shittiest, whatever, low life, whatever the fuck you want to call him. Let's say he's living in whatever. Let's say, I don't know. Just imagine the worst of the worst person, whatever the case may be. Let's imagine the most ignorant, dumbest, no knowledge, no whatever person in the world, right? And their body is a program to create a whole nother being that has eyes, flesh, heart, arms, legs, skin, muscles, tendons, neurons, chemicals, all types of shit, hair, you name it, it is. So why is it that our body has programs way more intelligent than our mind? I'll tell you why. Our body is our hardware, our mind, our spirit. Well, our mind is our software. Our spirit is the connector of the two. So, people's bodies and minds don't align. People are confused. The world is a big lie. It's a big delusion. And nobody really wants to hear this. You know, but who else is gonna have to fucking talk? You know. Now mind that I'm happy. I hope people don't get any I'm a very different person. Like I'm different. Like yeah. I don't get it twisted. I get heated over things. I do. But I too also evolve and update. So yeah. I'm still here. I'm just letting shit breathe, you know? I'm just letting shit breathe. I want to give a shout out to the nigga that supplied me this lovely greenery. No names, but that's my nigga. You know, when I was a kid, I used to pray a lot with my mom. I used to pray with my mom. Nowadays, I don't pray a lot. Nowadays, I find myself being a prayer instead of saying a prayer. Nowadays, I try my best, or I see myself, or nowadays I am meditating, and even though I didn't want to use that word, because I fucking hate labels, but I'm just going to keep talking as things are, because we got to stay away from labels. But then again, labels help communication a whole lot easier. But we need to truly understand what the fuck we're saying in this language. Everybody's misunderstood. So, yeah. But I guess, am I burning up? I'm not trying to. We talked about the things that were on my mind. Talked about the things that are on my heart. You know. Now, on a lighter note, we here, aren't we? On a lighter note, you know. It's so dope. Every time, I don't think this has anything to do with weed. Could be an accumulation of that. Another thing, well, there's no other things, but as far as yeah, but when I say that, I mean like working out and stuff. But like, every now and then I get this little. Every now and then I get this feeling that I could do anything. It's the most incredible feeling, and it's different from a high. It's different from I don't know. Yeah, it's not that. If that's where your mind is trying to go, and hey, low key, if you one of those, like every time I talk or I say a thought or idea, you go, oh, you sorry, man. Please fucking leave, cause you get it. Please fucking leave. Dumb dick. But yeah. I just want to weed out what's for me. Weed out what's for me. Yeah, weed out what's for me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah. Oh, by the way, the name of this podcast is, by the way, I'll start saying it more. I guess I should, but you'll know what it is when it is what it is. I guess I got my own vibe, so it'll turn out to be what it turned out to be. But yeah, as I stated before at the beginning, I do want to. I want to release a podcast every 3 days. It's 2021, April 16th, I believe. Yeah. And what I want to leave y'all with, I want to leave y'all with something. I really do. I really do. Okay. All right. I'm gonna treat y'all like I treat a loved one. So I'm gonna open my mind up. So I'm gonna tell you what I was gonna do and then what I'm gonna actually say. I was gonna say I want to tell y'all what I want you to do. No coach it. No. I was gonna talk about bettering yourself, your life. That's what I was gonna say. But what I was gonna say was, no, that's not what I was gonna say. What I was gonna say was not bettering you or do something. What I was gonna say was I want you to realize yourself, to see yourself, to even if you do have another epiphany. See, if you feel like you don't understand what I'm saying, then you don't get life. Because you can always do it again. You don't understand that. It could happen and happen again, and then happening. It doesn't happen like that usually. But I just want you to notice yourself, not necessarily feel yourself. I guess whatever the case may be. I'm not telling you to masturbate. You do whatever. Not even going there. What I'm saying is, I want you to realize yourself, realize your existence, realize your energy, realize yourself. Like, what are you really? Really feel yourself. Like, try to disconnect from things that aren't you or are you. But sometimes you may think that you're something just because you've been filtering your life through this thing of this program or this influence, this thing that hit you in a way that connects to you in some way that is. Our emotions are so wildly twisted, and our mind is such a wild place that is so divine, but yet creepy. How we make connections and don't even understand, but yet we did it. At you, the deepest part of you. But what I was gonna say eventually was I was gonna try to say something or show you a time of realization of myself. Because B.O.B. said that his father said, Hey, you like I can say that. I can say whatever the fuck I want. And but this is real. Like this is if I'm wrong or say something wrong, which I only say what the fuck I know, unless my mind has deteriorated and what I know, what I think I know has changed. But what B.O.B. said that his father said is that, you know, you can't know people until you know yourself. When he was trying to make music, I think it was from an underground luxury. Um, and One thing about myself I could tell you is I love very hard. I love so hard that I've lost sleep. I've dreamt of protecting, of showering people with things, of being able to experience things with people, cousins, you know, brothers, parents, friends, lovers. I always imagined that I would be able to do these things, right? And I always wanted to do so much. And it always hurt me when others were down. But I was always down and I was always hurting so much. And it built up and built up in me. And I swelled and I got twisted and I was so wound up in such a weird way that I just needed healing from so many levels. So many levels. You know. But it took me getting so burnt out of myself to finally realize myself, to finally realize how I respond to things, to finally realize how I breathe, to finally realize how I look, to finally realize the tenseness in my shoulders, to finally realize that thought again, to finally realize that habit again, to finally realize that urge or that feeling, or to just notice myself, what I think of, how I feel, how fragile certain things were from perceptions. But everything changes. Everything changes. You know, time changes all. They say time is rate and speed equals time. Rate and speed equals time. It's funny because in life, you just feel forward motion. You know, you can say one, and then you can say one again. And you know that that second one was after the first because it's always forward motion. I'm going to say this. Purple. Now, it's forward motion. We're after that word now. It's always forward motion. So I'm not really saying the scientific equation of time isn't what, you know, is said. I'm going off feeling because I'm an electrical being. You know, it's funny. I don't know if I talked about this in the last podcast, which is so fucking already off because if I only had 2 podcasts, and I can't remember what I said in the last podcast all the way, then that's a little whatever. But, fuck it. I forgot it to a degree. But, yeah, basically, I see me. You know, and what I saw, things made me proud, but some things made me hit me and woke me up. And woke me up the right way, hit me the right way. So I want to work on the things that I don't know about myself, or work on the things I do know. No, I want to work on the things I do know about myself. Things I don't know about myself will reveal themselves and come up as they come, or develop as they develop. And hopefully they could be beneficial to me. And that's the only thing that I want. But the more I notice myself, the more I'm able to do that. And all I have to do is notice, because As soon as I notice, it's like a ricocheting effect. It's not necessarily it's so hard to make a decision. It's like the decision just comes. You know, sometimes we are so tense trying to change our life. No, 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 no. That's not what you're supposed to do. You're water. Water doesn't have a choice to change. It just changes because it does. It's a ripple effect. You drop a drop in a body of water and it ripples. So you're the same. You're water. You're a water being. You have more water in your body than you're probably aware of. Majority of you is just water. So don't be dehydrated. Don't do things that dehydrate you. There's so many things that dehydrate you, and I don't even think you're even aware that thoughts can dehydrate you. Because if you could think of something that makes you sweat, then you dehydrate it just from a thought. You're less water. Now you need to go drink something. And that ain't got nothing to do with the fact that you may have wanted to go work out. You may have wanted to have sex. You may have wanted to go bowling. You may have wanted to just do anything or not do anything. But dehydration is real. But the thing is, being an electrical being, you also have to have electrical energy inside of you. You have to have live enzymes. You have to be alive. You can't eat dead things. Because if you eat dead things, how can you be alive if you eat dead things? Now, you're probably going to say something stupid like, well, animals kill things and they eat dead things. All right, let me tell you what animals do, you dumb fuck. Animals hunt and they eat animals alive. Now, yes, they do kill, strangle, juggle, and then they all maul. That's true. But if you don't understand how energy is, energy and life force energy is still in that body. That body is still warm. That body is still twitching. That body has still working organs, working flesh. It may have been dead, but it takes time for every cell in the body to turn off. And you don't even truly understand that. That's why a lot of people don't truly understand suicide. Like, you think life is that easy until you shoot yourself in the head and then you're laying there and nobody else hears you. You can't respond to your own pain. You know what is happening. Your lights are slowly going out and it takes 10 to 15 minutes. You don't know if that truly happens when people just shoot themselves in the head. I'm just trying to say that we're electrical beings. And magnetism alone can strengthen your mind or weaken it. It's all a force field. What force can throw off your force in your mind or just around your head? It's an actual physical field. It's a magnetic field around your brain that your brain creates. Now, if your brain's field is thrown off, then your brain can't be your brain and you can't be you. So, yeah. Oh, another thing. I like dropping gems. There's this thing called Haritaki I take. Haritaki. Check it out. We'll talk about it later on more. I guess I could talk about it more, but I don't feel like talking about it right now. But do your own research on it. It will save you. I won't give you anything that won't benefit you. It's just about more so understanding your life, understanding more about what you are. You know, even our eating habits of what we do. We got to understand what truly the words that we are really living in. Breakfast in the morning means that you are breaking fast, a fasting that you had that night. Meaning you probably should not eat after 7:30, 8:30. And the reason why I say that is because you do whatever the fuck you want to do. I struggle with it myself, so I'm not about to sit up here and be perfect, but I'm really good with it. I ain't gonna lie. And to be honest, it benefits me when I do it and I stay disciplined. So the more I feel better, the more I'm going to be stronger, the more I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm growing. But anyway, fuck it. I just forgot. No. About Haritaki. Yeah, just try it out. It's in regards to the stomach. It's in regards to a lot of things with the body and the blood. I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to. But what I was talking about was just breakfast in the body. And the thing is that usually when you eat food, I don't know what you eat, but your food should be of a certain mineral base, a certain water base, and a certain density for your body to have magnetism from your cells being able to grow and get the minerals that they need. Not necessarily from flesh. Don't need it. But what I'm saying is that usually food isn't supposed to stay in, food is supposed to be digested within anywhere between, or has the ability to be digested anywhere from 2.5 to 4.5 hours. Usually 4-5 hours for most people. And your stomach is actually supposed to be, from what I understand, empty when you're going to bed at night. Now, I don't mean empty like you're hungry. No. You eat a meal, you digest your meal, you poop your meal, you go to sleep. You go to sleep, you're satisfied, you're satiated. You're okay. It's all right to be that way. Like, that's the purpose of food. The purpose isn't to always walk around with food in us all the time. Because when you rest and you go to sleep, you take away energy from healing your body and re-energizing your organs. And that's going into digesting food. If you don't have any food in there, that goes into what it needs to go to. Which, one of the reasons why a lot of people don't really have regenerative sleep. But a lot of reasons is because of two main factors. Trauma, people's minds, well, 3. Trauma, people's minds, electronics and waves, and certain diets. Some people have diarrhea, some people have stomach issues, some people have IBS, some people just have whatever they have, high blood pressure, breathing issues, sleep apnea, stuff like that. Whatever the case may be, a lot of things can interrupt sleep. And it's important to understand what sleep truly is and what it can truly do for you. Because we don't know what sleep is. We just know we do it every day. We don't know anything. I think you should learn more about your life that you live and understand why and how to make it work for you. And understand the reasons of how you're supposed to do it anyway. I don't know. But that's all about what you want in life. And if you want that, you'll get that. If you don't, then shit, you won't even think about it. So on to the next. But whatever that is, only you can find it. But I do want to say I want to get out of here. I'm tired. I want to watch some TV. No, actually, I don't. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I'm going to do something. But thank you for coming to my podcast. This is By the Way. This is your host with the most. For sure. No, let me stop. I'm you know what? Let me go. But no, this is your host, Bushwick. You can call me Bush. I'm here. If you like the podcast, by all means, please give me a comment. Please say something. Say hi. Say I ain't like it. Whatever the fuck. I don't think you're gonna say all that because by any means, I am not trying to offend anyone. I'm just a person observing the life, and one day I may realize that I'm not just a person, so I can't even say that. Oh shit. Hey, that sounded like a prop when it was really just my elbow hitting my weed tray. That's the universe. See, hey, so I was gonna say this earlier, but that's how the universe comes around. Eventually, I want to be able to implement music and put music in here and play music as get a good vibe. But I don't know how to do that yet. But I also don't believe it's ignorant to broadcast what you don't know how to do. So, and I just did that. So, yeah, that wasn't that intelligent. But who am I trying to look good for? Anyway, I'm out of here. I was about to say I love y'all. You know what? Fuck it. I love y'all. I love it. Fuck it. I love y'all. I love this. I love me. And I also say this, aka I magnate me. I magnate to this. I magnate y'all. Because what is love? It's Bushwick, BHC. I'm out.